Hey, Ilebaye, be playing games with the mind of this housemate. Omo, hey babies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Sail with me, Viciously me where you get the gist. As it dey do waiting, as it dey hurt. Of course, you know there's no sleeping on a bicycle on this channel. If you snooze, you do what? You'll lose. Are you yet to subscribe to this channel? Or are you still sitting on a fat long thing? Kindly pause right there, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notification bell. If not, tell me, how do you want to get the gist brewing from the cooking pot? Like, how do you want to get the gist as it hurts? So, guys, wait a minute here. I was thinking, as it is the final week, everywhere is gonna be peaceful, everywhere is gonna be calm, everywhere will be marama, very cool. But it may seem as though Ilebaye being in that house, there is no how the house will be calm, there's no how the house will be cool. Guys, you all know what happened now. I gisted you guys about how the housemates had their dinner. They went back to the house. The housemates were playing their words. Remember, they were playing that game before Biggie called them and then played the video of their family. And afterwards, Biggie asked them to go and dress up for the dinner. So immediately they finished up the dinner and Biggie asked them to go back inside the house. They went straight back to the game, the words game playing. But this time around, Baye and Adekunle was not included because previously it was Baye and Adekunle in the same team playing the words. So it may seem as though why am I laughing? Like alcohol has been in the system, so Baye has started acting up. I think alcohol is not for Ilebaye. It is not just about inside this house. Seeing what has happened inside this house, severally, most of the disagreements Ilebaye has had in this house, most of them ensued the moment she has taken alcohol in her system. Joke apart, most of them has ensued that way. Hence the reason why she avoided drinking all through her reign as the HOH, because she knows that most of the housemates are on her neck. So she was just trying to avoid anything that would lead to her third strike. Of course, Biggie did not deserve that double strike. So she's still one strike away to go home. Now, while the housemates were still playing the game, Ilebaye went to the room. On the bed, the camera ensued where she started coughing profusely, seriously, like she was coughing. I'm like, is this girl okay? Initially, I thought she was actually crying. But that was not the case, guys. Because while she was coughing, this one a serious cough. When I say profusely, like serious cough. So while she was coughing, the camera later went off and go back to where they were playing the words game. Next thing is the housemaid started having some little conversation that would at least give us hints of what was happening. But with the little convo, it was given that Baye is actually tipsy yet again. Because Sisi was like, somebody supposed to engage now. Somebody not supposed to know waiting and go. They were just having little convo. Next thing, Mercy was nowhere to be found. It now happened that Mercy has gone to help Baye. She was the only one who literally went to help Baye. Of course, we all know that Baye is just like somebody who has no one in that house because everybody is trying to abstain from her, brouhaha, and everything. So Mercy went to her, then showed where they were in the bathroom area. She was saying that she's having difficulty breathing. She was like, that kind of thing. I can't breathe and all of that. She was trying to react like she cannot actually grasp her breath. Mercy was not giving her water to just, rinse her mouth and pour it off, that kind of a thing. It just happened that she just literally puked. She threw up. Then Mercy now took her back inside the room. Mercy went to the room with her. The camera did not show them. But the camera went back to where Sisi and Adekunle were in the dressing room. Adekunle was trying to make the funny of the one was saying she was actually drinking, that he wanted to stop her, but there is no how he can stop Ilebaye because Ilebaye no go one hear word and all of that. So and Sisi was like that she feel what Baye did is deliberate. That she just want to capture the moment and make it hers. That is what she mean by being deliberate, because there is no how she should not know her limits and there is no how she should not control her limits. Adekunle was like, he literally saw how she started drinking before all of them and all of that, you know. So they were having that convo, you know. Meanwhile, let's just skip a bit because we'll go back to that conversation. Just watch the video to the very end so that you understand what is happening in the house. Meanwhile, Kimopra is busy rooting for Cross. Please vote for my passionate friend. While the conversation about Baye is happening, Cross started acting up. Then we do not know where Mercy is. We do not know where Baye is. Sisi already said, please, they should take her to the diary room so that she would go in there. They should just give her a bowl there so that she would just do whatever she want to do there. While Cross is here, went to Kimopra's picture and start hugging Kim. Sisi was like, this one no jig, because it is just like medicine after that. Because how would you be hugging somebody you just denied in front of Ebuka and the guests, Gideon Okeke? You just said that you guys are not having a thing. You guys are in the ship. This is somebody Pere would have taken care of vividly, like very well, And Cross was just acting up, calling her my bestie, my this, my that. I don't they laugh tire. Sisi was like, you see this Kimopra, the Kimopra, I know she's very smart. She would have been calling new names and all of that on Twitter and all of that. And while this was happening, you needed to see Pere's face. Pere's face was just there. Like, Pere's face was not really giving. Wahala, see post show go really choke. Sisi was just lamenting. See Pere, that is that guy that would have taken care of Kim. He's that guy that would have understand Kim. See, Cross no even answer Sisi. Cross was just putting his ear on Kimopra's picture while all of this gist was happening. Meanwhile, later the camera now, went back to Baye. It now happened that Mercy is with Baye, holding her on the bed. She was sleeping, because she was actually gasping for breath, like she's not breathing well. Until Mercy took her inside, she laid down and was holding her with her there. She was uttering some words, literally 2 words. If Mercy wants to move her body a bit, she would say something like she doesn't want her to leave. So Sisi was here telling Cross that you are the head of house. Better go and check on Baye. You're here talking what I don't know, claiming you like him up, why you do not like her. If you liked her, you would have not denied her in the presence of everyone and all of that. Sisi just carried the matter for head, like like all of that. So later on, Cross now went to the room. The reason why I'm not actually showing the picture of that room, because if I had added that picture to this video, I would not post this video this night. YouTube no go let me, so yeah, so I have to just ignore that part. I would actually maybe use it as my thumbnail. So Cross now went in, gave Mercy the love sign. Mercy was like, she's cool, giving him thumbs up, like Ilebaye is cool. While Cross came in, Baye started uttering some words. Her eyes is closed though, but she started uttering some words. In my mind, I'm like, this girl should know by now that alcohol is not for her. Pere already took alcohol like that. After now, henceforth, Baye would not be taking alcohol. That's her head, no, they carry him at all. And the funny thing, like, while I see this happen, I'm just laughing at myself, because Smirnoff, which is the thing she took, is just like a bottle water to me that is talking to you guys right now. So that is why I'm laughing. Hence, if the housemaid says she's acting up, to me, I wanted to accept. But at the same time, I know of someone whom Smirnoff is actually is actually a big drink too. So I think it's the capacity of what someone's head can carry. Please do not call me a drunkard. Excuse you. Do not call me that, okay? But I think the Smirnoff should not be an issue. But it's not about age, oh. It's not about age. I think it's about what her head can carry. I think that's just the truth right here. And I think if Baye knows what is good for her, she should abstain from alcohol. In fact, until she leaves the house. Alcohol is not just meant for her. And Pere was like, that when she wakes up tomorrow, they would say this is an instruction from Biggie, that she's not going to be taking any alcohol and all of that, that they would just keep it from her, that she would not take it at all. Then Mercy has come out of the room, and Mercy was like, she's not going to involve herself in a situation whereby they will not let her take, because she has control over herself. Nobody will stop her from taking. Pere was like, so they were like deciding that it's going to be a can or nothing for Baye. And I do not blame them, because they are not happy that Biggie would actually restrict the number of alcohol he wanted to give them because of Ilebaye, and which is possible because Ilebaye cannot control herself, and the other housemates would not know how to stop her from taking it. without using Biggie's name to lie. You understand what I'm trying to say right now? And then Sissy was like, oh, Big Brother will not stop giving us because of this girl. You know, they were just complaining. They were really complaining. They were not happy about it. Now, Mercy came back. Remember Sissy said something about her doing deliberately. Now, Mercy came out and started having some conversation with Pere, telling Pere how Ilebaye acted up. Like, she was even telling Baye that they should go to the diary room, and Baye was not giving in to that. Meaning that Baye is purposely doing whatever she's doing. So the housemates are feeling this girl is still playing game with them because they were actually having fun. And now she has put a stop to that fun they are having to make sure that nobody else is having that fun. I do not know if you guys are seeing this thing in the way these housemates are putting it right now. Or are you seeing it that, oh, Ilebaye is tipsy, you know? So Mercy was like, this is not fair. If this thing Baye is doing is not really fair, because how can you put us all down because of your own emotion? You should know the quantity of the drink you should take. Now, all of us are not having fun. Even Mercy, while on bed with Baye, was like, oh, she wanted to operate this night, but she cannot operate because of Baye. She's taking care of Baye. And she was like, she's not here to take care of anybody. That the luck Ilebaye has is that she really like Ilebaye. And she was still telling Pere and Cross in the dressing room that I really like her. Now the luck where she get that beside, I really like her, you know. If not, for no care, because I don't come here to take care of anybody. And she was lamenting that everyone should remember that there is life outside of this place, because with what Ilebaye is putting up, it's looking like she's still playing the game at this final week. That people who wants to vote you will still vote you whether you're sleeping or not. That she should have just, be herself, but she's acting up just to, get more votes and all of that. And the housemates are not happy with all of this drama Baye is putting. Now, do you think Ilebaye would have acted better? Do you think Ilebaye is doing all of this for the game? Or do you think it's just her person? Do you think the housemates are actually right? Sissy and Mercy, do you think she's been deliberate doing whatever she's doing right now? What do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comment section. But for me, I think alcohol is not for Baye. If I was her, I would have not taken alcohol ever again until I leave this house. Even if I leave this house, I would only take alcohol when I'm in my house, because if she can act this way while in Biggie's house, just taking a can of Smirnoff or two, if she's not in a party, a club or something where you have boys, you have men, that means they will do something to her and she will never know. Now, this is bringing me back to when Neo said he met Baye and Baye took him to the toilet and something and trying to first kiss him and something like that. I think the moment she did that, maybe she was tipsy. Because when you're tipsy, you will do some things you will never remember. In fact, Sissy was having that conversation with Cross them. She was like, don't you know that when you're tipsy, when you do some things you will not remember? Actually, most of the housemates are tipsy, including Sissy, Pere, all of them. Maya don't enter the system, but they are comparing themselves to Baye. Even Adekunle was saying, see me, I wanted to drink to the extent I was stagger and all of that my eyes would be telling me, but I could not. Imagine Baye is drunk, this thing, that one. In my mind, I'm like, how could you compare your head with somebody who no get head for drink? Now, Adekunle is currently sleeping to show that alcohol is also in his system. That one was not drinking before he came to this house, so you understand. He's actually drinking because to play his bad boy Dex role. He sees it, he doesn't take alcohol. So he wanted to just live that life and see how it is. So I think all of them are kind of tipsy, but Baye head, no carry him at all. So guys, what do you think about all of this happening with Baye, with this being tipsy, and the housemates are not happy that this girl is depriving them of the moment they should be having? Tell me what you think. It is giving Baye is really playing this game because she's holding all of those housemates on chokehold. Whatever she wants to happen will just happen. Don't you think that way? Because the housemates are actually human and they are thinking the same way. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comment section. Let's just read few things from the social space and then we'll call it a quit. Okay, coming from Rainy Zion, Ilebaye is now the most fragile housemate in that house, making all housemates to be walking on eggshells whenever they are around her. Everyone is now being extra careful of her. The housemates can't move freely around her. And then AK 447 said, any small disagreement, they will be tagged a bully. Now, do you think this is happening? Because I feel so too. I feel this is happening. In as much as I have been coming for most of the housemates on how they come for Baye. But at the same time, let's just flip it up a little. Don't you think this housemate has emotions too? Don't you think this is playing somehow to them too? That Baye is actually Do you know why I'm laughing? Because he's giving that Ilebaye is the topmost housemate playing the game this season. All right, Pere and Mercy, yo, I'm watching a telenovela. It is hot and steaming in this room in front of their daughter. Actually, Pere and Mercy was having a conversation about Kim. I will discuss that one later on. I'm just trying to talk about Baye's state of mind right now. Guys, tell me, what do you feel about all of this? Can you be sincere, please? Even if you're a Baye tribe, can you please be neutral on this? What do you think of this? Just keep standship aside. Saying the truth does not stop you from standing your favor. I keep saying this. What do you think of all of this play outs from Baye? Let's talk in the comment section. Thank you so much for sailing with me. It is a good night. Is it a good night? Possibly a goodbye. I can still come back if matter arise. Trust me now. But for now, it is a goodbye. Thank you so much. Bye for now.